This week, the theme.
Hello, and welcome to Halo episode.
Hello, and welcome to Halo. Hello, welcome to Halo Competition. Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Halo Competition.
Hi, I'm your judge and host, Hank.
Hi, I'm your judge and host, Milo.
On this week's episode of Halo, we've asked each contestant to do a front cover editorial makeup look.
Let's get started.
The winner of this season of Halo will receive a prize package from Shopee Vet Beauty and $50 and 2 palettes courtesy of Fruits Cosmetics.
My name's Thomas. I'm 16. I'm a returning contestant. I went home last season because of circumstances out of my hands. I love special effects makeup. I love crazy makeup. I love real creative, like artistic makeup. And I think I'm gonna win because I'm sickening the house down boots. Bring it on.
Hi, I'm George, I'm 17, and I'm from Kent.
Hi, my name is Cohen, I'm 18 years old, and I've been doing makeup for 5 years. I am really excited to compete in this season of Halo because I think the competition is really strong. I've never competed in anything before, but I think I have what it takes to reach the end and win.
Hi, I'm Dylan, I'm 14 years old, and my drag name is Chanel Mir. I feel like I can take the themes that we are going to be given and mesh it with my personal style of drag.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Ismailoff, and I am 18 years old. The reason I think I should win this Halo competition is because I think I bring something a lot different than most of the other competitors. They're playing it very safe, and I think that I can take it to the next level.
Hello everybody, it's Ryan Rochi. I'm 20 years old and I'm ready to smoke this competition.
Howdy hookers, my name is Osborne, I'm 19 years old, and my drag name is Ozzy.
Hi there, my name is Seth Wells, I'm 20 years old, and I'm a makeup artist from Denver, Colorado. I would describe my makeup as being creative, bold, and daring. This season of the Halo competition is pretty intimidating and crazy because there's so many talented people within this cast.
When I first saw the promo looks, I was like, oh, I have to step my game up now because some of these looks were really good, like Death. He's going to be a big competition. Also Thomas. Let's not lie, Thomas, he's bro.
Definitely some really interesting contestants this time around.
Thomas, his attitude scares me before his makeup, but his makeup is literally like, you wouldn't expect him to turn the stuff that he turns, so I'm just really nervous that he's gonna, show us all up.
Okay, so coming into this competition, I didn't know anybody, and I was so shook once I saw their work. I was like, oh my god. Like, especially Seth and Thomas, oh my god. Seth's work is so good. Like, he puts so much effort and detail into his makeup looks. And Thomas does these really good horror looks, so it's like very intimidating. Thomas is also very intimidating, so.
We're all talented, but some of us are more talented.
My idea and goal for this challenge is to really step outside the box and do something that none of the other contestants are doing. For my idea, I really want to do something that plays with the complementary colors, specifically purple and yellow. I think that would create a really unique dynamic and contrast compared to what everyone else is doing.
I think my competition this week is going to be Seth or Thomas, for sure, hands down. They are very talented. I'm going to do some white and red and pink and orange liner look with white eyes, and I'm going to try and create something really, really, really beautiful and Italian Vogue and really nice and pretty and beautiful.
This week, I think some of the contestants lucked out because, in my opinion, it doesn't take too much skill or originality to come up with an editorial look.
Overall, I think most of the cast has something to give this season, so it's really going to be a battle to the top.
Okay, so first up we have Ryan.
Boo girl.
So I really like how all of the shades of red match, and I really enjoy the pasties, and I like how she used very geometric shapes. What do you think, Milo?
I like the monochromaticness of it, if that's a word. I like how the reds are all uniform, and I like how Ryan chose to have like a full costume and go above and beyond with the background and the editing.
I agree.
I do wish that the makeup was a little bit less 2D there's no sparkler glitter or lash or anything
Yeah,
to like
it's all really matte.
push it forward, which I thought would be better.
Yeah, so, like there's not a key thing. I feel like there's a lot of like minor things, but there's not like a key focal point.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what the focal point is. If it's supposed to be the crystal or the glove or the face.
Yeah, and I wish, because they used crystals for the pasties, so I wish they like
Had crystals on the face.
crystals somewhere else. Yeah.
For creativity, I give this a 8 out of 10. I'd give them a 8 out of 10 for technique. 7, 6, 7. Thank you.
6 is being generous.
So what do we think for relevance to the challenge? I think that it fits the challenge somewhat well. When I think editorial, I think less is more.
I agree with that. I think
I'll give them a 7.
there's too many competing concepts, so I would agree with you.
So a 7.
A 6.
A 7.
I think a 6.
A 6.
Mm-hmm.
Up next is Nick.
Okay, I really enjoy Nick. I really like how they did the cellophane behind them, and I really like how they took the makeup down the neck and into the hair, and I think
I
the color
agree.
palette is really beautiful.
Yeah, I like how the gel and the makeup kind of matches the swirls all over their face. I also like the background, and I think the way they edited the eyes and did white eyelashes was a nice touch. I wish they carried it down a little more into the chest and did not wear those necklaces, because the necklaces I don't think add.
I agree. I think the necklaces are too much, but I like where the makeup stops.
For creativity, I haven't really seen this look a lot. I'd give it an 8, I feel.
I agree. I give it an 8.
For technique, I'd give this like a 9. I feel like there are some things that could be a little bit more refined, but the line works clean.
I agree. I think it's really pretty and it's like really nice to look at. I agree with you. I do think there are some things that could be a little bit refined, like some of the editing, like the eye editing could be a little bit cleaner, but I think overall it's really.
Okay, what do you want? What should we give it for how well it relates?
I think like an 8 or 9.
No, I'd say 9. I'd say 9.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
Up next is Cohen.
Okay, Cohen.
Oh.
Okay, I love their hair and I really love like the satiny sheet behind them. I think it's really pretty. And I like how they did like the brow kind of matches the sheet behind them, which I don't know if that was like intentional, but I think it looks really nice. Okay, so for Cohen's makeup, I really like the color palette and it feels very like summer. You know what I mean? It's giving me very bright saturated colors. I really like that. And I really like the blush on the nose.
Yeah, I have a few critiques.
Okay.
First off, I see he tried to blend magenta with green, which they're on the opposite sides of the color wheel, so they don't mix. It's a bit muddy. I don't really understand the focal point. I wish that there was a bigger circle maybe, or the circles were more of a statement, because they kind of just look like little dots, and it gets very muddy.
I wish they would have continued the circles through more of the face, because I feel like just around the eyes is like a little too simple for me.
For creativity, it's just like a ombre like blush.
It's giving watermelon, which is cute, but we've seen it.
This look makes me want to be allergic to watermelon.
Stop. You have to be nice.
I don't feel like there's any like new. I don't feel inspired. For creativity, I'm gonna give it like a 4.
Okay, so for technique, I would say I give it a 6 out of 10, because I feel like the makeup is really clean, but like the blending of the two colors and just like the overall look is like a little shaky, I'd say. It's definitely not Cohen's best work. Like Cohen can turn it out. And
yeah, I agree. I feel like it's out of Cohen's editorials, not Cohen's element. He's very into like fantasy insta beauty, I feel. I would give it a 5 for technique. I mean, because the blend isn't the best with the magenta and the green, so that's never gonna happen. Insert color wheel here. And I feel like knowing color is a big part of makeup.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 5.
Okay, I would agree with that. Relevance, I would say like a 4, because it doesn't feel very editorial to me. They did go with the like less is more, but it just feels like a little lackluster to me.
I agree.
Next up, we have Seth. I really like Seth's. I love the hair. We're kind of twinning, and I love the like purple and yellow. Because back to the color wheel.
Complementary colors. Insert color wheel here.
Yes, I really enjoy the look.
Yeah, I love how they integrated their name. I wish the letters were a bit more clear.
I don't know though, because like I like that it's not clear because you don't see it immediately, but like when you look at it more, you notice that it says their name and it says Halo.
I just wish it was a bit more clean. If I didn't know what they're supposed to say, I wouldn't be able to figure out.
For creativity, I would give it like an 8 or 9.
I give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. For technique, I feel like that's where it falls short for me.
I agree.
I do see mistakes. And I know it's supposed to be messy, but I wish it was blended. It just looks a bit patchy.
It looks like not intentionally messy. Like you can tell that they were trying to make it messy, but like
it doesn't. And then if it was, I wish that some of the letters are a bit wonky. I wish they used a stencil maybe with tape. I don't know. I'll give it a 9, I think, because it does relate to the challenge pretty well.
It's serving editorial.
Aussie.
Next we have Miss Aussie. I really love it. She's giving the very less is more. The flowers are really pretty. Like the color is gorgeous, and I love how the leaves match the eyes, and the way she did the lips is really cool because she like made a new Cupid's bow, and like with those blushed lips, it's really hard to like overline your lips because you know there's not a like distinct line, but the way she did it looks really good.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like how it's like complementary colors with the green and the magenta. There are some things I wish the lash maybe was a bit cleaner, and I mean I don't really have any. There's nothing to like nitpick. I do wish that she edited the background because it doesn't look. It's not giving the most editorial the way they photographed it and shot it.
If I were to nitpick, I kind of wish they didn't include the glitter. Like, I feel like the glitter just adds like one more element that might be like a little much because the focal point is the flower eyes and the glitter just kind of makes it look a little like crafty, I'd say.
And if they did do the glitter, I wish they blended the glitter into the inner corner because the flowers aren't fully blending in, which I wish they would.
Yeah. For creativity, I'm gonna give it like a 6 because like it is executed really well, but it's flowers around the eyes and we've seen it.
For technique, a 9. I feel like it would be a 10 if it weren't for the editing. I give it a 9. It relates to the challenge, I feel.
There's just minute details that I wish were different. Next up, we have Chanel, and I think the makeup's really pretty. I just feel like
the details are off. I feel.
I like the makeup. I just feel like the costume and hair are a little distracting, and I wish
and the nails.
You like the nails or you don't like the nails?
I feel like they distract, especially since her hand's there.
But
I wish she either did a nude nail.
That's not my biggest problem. I just wish she really went with a concept. I feel like because she has the crystals with the eye, which is like one concept, and then she has like the hair where she has like the baby hairs.
The baby hairs are a little bit struggle, I feel. And I will say one of the sleeves has a unfinished hem on it.
I would say for creativity, it's a 5. A 5.
I've seen the Euphoria gems done quite a lot.
We've seen that, and we've seen the hair. There's just nothing super new and fresh about it, unfortunately.
For technique, I give it a 4 because she did good editing with the background. I do appreciate that. I give it a 4.
Yeah, the eyeshadow is just like maybe not as blended and saturated as it could be.
And I think a small lash might have helped.
A lash and maybe like a little bit more of a top lip would also be nice.
And then it is editorial.
Yeah, she's serving editorial. It's very like alien editorial though, which I like. Nobody else said that.
I give it a 6 or a 7.
I would say like a 6 or 7, maybe like a 6.
Next up, Thomas.
This is gonna be a little controversial. Okay,
I live.
no, I like it.
I live. It's simple, but I live.
It's not so much makeup, but it's a full look. I think it's cute. The black like latex with the red is like really classic. Like it looks.
It stands out. I kind of am getting a story from it.
Yeah.
It's very edgy, which Thomas is edgy.
Yeah,
I like how there's the single mascara drip.
Me too, and I love the nails, and the posing of the hands is really like elegant but also creepy. Okay, so the only things I wish they did differently was I feel like the foundation on the bottom of the face doesn't really match the top. Like there's like a weird like white like hue above the mask, and I don't know if that was editing or what that is. And then I also wish they took the foundation down the chest because their chest
down a little
really
bit, yeah.
pinky, and it just kind of like takes away a little bit. And also, I don't love the choker.
Yeah, me neither.
I think a choker is cute, but I just feel like that kind of choker might not be the move. What would you say for creativity?
I mean, it's not the most creative thing I've seen in the world.
Yeah.
I'd give it like a 7.
I give it a 5.
Let's settle on a 6.
Sure.
Technique, I'd give it a 7.
Love you, Thomas. I love you.
I give a 7
for technique.
An 8 maybe, just because it's like the lips well done.
I mean, the only
Speak your
makeup.
mind.
Okay, here's my reasoning. The only makeup she's wearing is foundation in the lip, and the lip is cute, but the foundation is shaky. So I'm gonna give her like a 6.
I think it's editorial, but I do think it's not elevated. So I give it a 6 again.
Yeah, because it's editorial. Yeah, it's just not super new or fresh.
6.
That's very Thomas. That's so on brand for Thomas.
Very Thomas. Very on brand.
Last but not least, we
definitely not least.
we have.
We might have to. We might have to blur this.
We have Miss George. Okay, so I have mixed emotions. I think it's really cute, and I like that they did drag because they've just been recently getting a drag, or at least posting about it on social media.
George is a pretty gal.
Thank you so much for adding up, Milo.
Like some of George's other looks in drag are soft and pretty.
Well, he's trying to go for the London look.
I got that with the commercials.
Yeah, I'm kind of serving London too, so I appreciate it. I feel like it's really cute. There are just like small like technical errors that I wish were different. Like I wish the nose was a little bit more contoured, and I wish the eyeshadow was a little bit more blended. Like it just feels a little too harsh. I do like though that they kind of like picked a like theme or aesthetic and like really ran with it, and I do enjoy
Yeah,
it.
I agree. So
creativity,
I'd give it a 6.
yeah, a 6. I would agree with that. I think it's not like the newest thing we've seen, like the hands on the breasts, but I think it's cute.
I'd give them a 7 for technique. The drag makeup's well done. The wig, like the hairline looked good. The frizz is good. The editing is well done. I just feel like technique is not where it fell short. It's like the creativeness of how to push it, you know?
Okay, so I kind of disagree. I feel like she gets like a 5 or 6 on technique because the editing's a little shaky and a little struggle bus. Like underneath the breastplate, it's not the best.
I would give it an 8. I'd give it a 7.
A 7, yeah, a 7 out of 10 for how it relates to the challenge because it is editorial. That's just like.
So what about technique?
Okay, so for technique, I would give it a 5 because I feel like the editing isn't really there, and
a 6. Do you want to settle on the 6?
Sure, a 6. Now we're going to announce each contestant's scores from best to worst.
Starting off with our winner, we have Nick with an average score of 8.6. Congratulations! You will have an advantage next week. In second place, we have 2 people tied. We have Steph and Ozzy with an average score of 8. In third place, we have Ryan with an average score of 7. In fourth place, we have George with an average score of 6.3.
Next up, we have Thomas, who has an average score of 6. Next, we have Chanel, who has an average score of 5. And lastly, we have Cohen with a score of 4.3.
The judges panel, we've decided that we want to see a little bit more from each contestant. So we have decided to not eliminate anyone this episode.
All the contestants will move on to next week.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that you do not miss an episode. I'm Milo.
And I'm Hank. Thanks so much for watching.
Thanks for watching!